Please open in your learning workbook to page 116 as we solve some problems involving radical equations. All right, here's our first one. There are 3 in total. This is the shortest and easiest. Solve. The fourth root of the sum 3x plus 2, subtract 3, equals 0. I've written the 4 steps here. They are 1, isolate, 2, raise, 3, solve, 4, check. Isolate, raise, solve, check. All right, the first thing we need to do is isolate. Pick a radical. There's only one in this problem, so we don't really have much of a choice. And make sure that there is no adding, subtracting, or dividing before it, after it, or under it. Okay, well, we have subtraction after it. We need to find a way to get rid of that subtraction. So the way we get rid of the subtraction is by adding 3 to both sides of the equation. So our new equation will say the fourth root of the sum 3x plus 2 equals 3. This radical is now isolated. There's no adding, subtracting, or dividing before it, after it, or under it. Next step is to raise. Note the index of the power is 4, and then raise both sides to a power that matches that index. So we're going to raise both sides of this equation to the 4th power. How many sides does an equation have? 2. So when you raise both sides to a power, you can only write parentheses and exponent twice. Parentheses and exponent, parentheses and exponent. If you ever write more than 2 exponents, you are making a mistake. Okay, fourth root and 4th power cancel, leaving 3x plus 2 on the left. 3 to the 4th power is 81. All right, we've now done step 2, which is to raise. We're ready for step 3, solve. Solve for x. Subtract 2, we get 3x equals 79. All right, divide by 3. We get x equals 79 thirds. Now, this might be our final answer, or it might be extraneous and we have to throw it away. The only way to know for sure is to do step 4, which is to check. So now we do step 4. Go back to the original equation. It has to be the original equation. It cannot be anything after. And in place of the x, you're going to put what we think the solution is to this problem. So we're going to replace that x with 79 thirds. Then simplify. We're not going to use properties of equalities. For example, we're not going to add 3 on both sides. We're simply going to follow order of operations to simplify. All right, so we're going to work within the grouping symbol first. 3 is the same thing as 3 over 1, which means this 3 is in the numerator, this 3 is in the denominator. Those are going to cancel to 1. 79 times 1 is 79. 79 divided by 1 is 79. So this whole big thing is just 79. And then when you add 2, you get 81. All right, the fourth root of 81 is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So the left side and the right side match, which means our answer is correct. So we can go back and turn this dashed shape into a solid shape. And our answer to this problem is x equals 79 thirds.